And the Hyliion and Turtles acquisition merger is finally complete. That is what I've been waiting for since I posted my first video about Hyliion months ago. So today I'll explain everything I know about the merger, a little overview on what has happened with Hyliion since I posted my last video. We'll talk a little bit more about the company and also give you my opinion on the stock. I will put some timestamps down below, so please smash that like button and subscribe since it really helps my channel out. Also remember, you are able to get 2 free stocks and one of them could be worth up to $1,600 by opening one account with Webull and depositing $100. The link for that is the first one in the description below. So Turtles Acquisition Corp and Hyliion announced their merger on June 19th. What they explained at the moment was that the market cap of Hyliion was $1.5 billion since the stock was at a price of $10 per share at the moment. Obviously, the stock started flying and it is up 375% since the announcement. I said obviously started flying because Hyliion is part of the EV industry and any exciting news nowadays in the industry is explosive for the stock, either good or bad. This means that the valuation is no longer $1.5 billion. At the moment, the valuation is around $5 billion according to my calculations. Now, you have to take into consideration that here it says that the market cap is $1.4 billion, but that is for the SPAC company Turtles Acquisition Corp, not Hyliion, since the merger hasn't happened yet. Meaning that if you are invested right now and you have been investing in the stock since June, you were investing in Turtles Acquisition Company with the expectation of a merger to happen and not into Hyliion. Also, according to this article, Turtles Acquisition Corp voted yesterday to make Hyliion a public company worth more than $7.2 billion. Since the announcement of the merger, we have seen a very steady increase in the stock, some run-ups and some pullbacks. Obviously, a gain of 375% is huge, but we haven't had any FOMO or fairness as it has happened with other stocks within the industry. Hyliion will receive $560 million of proceeds. These funds will be used to accelerate the product commercialization, production, operational growth, and for general corporate purposes. Now, as I said before, right now the stock is still trading with a ticker symbol of SHLL, but within a few days on Thursday it will start trading with a new ticker symbol of HYLN. Some of you have asked before in the comment section if you have to do anything with your stock before the conversion, and the answer is no. You do not need to sell your stocks. You do not need to do anything if you are already invested in this SPAC company. Obviously, there is a bullish and a bearish theory after this merger was approved. In my opinion, the bullish theory is that people and institutional investors will start buying Hyliion stock now since the merger was approved and see a huge potential in the company. The bearish theory is that since the merger already happened, the hype for the merger is over and a lot of people will start taking profit. This might be more of a speculators and short-term investors. Remember, buy a rumor, sells the news. The thing is that it is impossible to know how big and strong those short-term investors are. Either way, Hyliion is in the EV industry and every stock within the industry is very volatile at the moment and it is really difficult to have any kind of idea of what is going to happen right now. Now, let me explain why I think this is one of the most exciting companies coming to the market right now and what has happened with them since June. Hyliion is a company that is focusing on a product of electric semi-trucks. They have 2 different products, the powertrain and the Hypertruck ERX. They will be competing with Tesla and Nikola with their Hypertruck. At the end of the day, the 3 companies want to improve operations of the fleet and reduce emissions. Tesla is trying to do it with fully electric truck that charges off the grid, Nikola with an electric truck that uses hydrogen fuel cells to recharge, and Hyliion is using renewable natural gas to recharge. How Hyliion electric truck works is that it has a battery pack that when it gets low, it has renewable natural gas generator that will kick on and charge the battery while you drive. The best product at the moment, in my opinion, and the one that gives Hyliion the competitive advantage within the semi-truck industry is the hybrid diesel and electric powertrain. The powertrain basically produces electricity to provide power to any truck. What I like about this product is that it can be installed in any existing truck and it is compatible with a lot of brands. In my opinion, this is a competitive advantage for them for different reasons. First, They will not compete with other semi-truck brands directly with this product since it could be installed in other brands. And second, they already have a certain amount of powertrains on the streets collecting data and being tested to help Hyliion improve the product. Obviously, this is way better for clients as well, since it is way cheaper to buy the powertrain for the existing trucks than to buy a brand new truck. With Hyliion, you get the benefit of driving a renewable natural gas vehicle with a low cost, low emissions, and net carbon negative emissions. Another excellent thing about the company is that there are already 700 natural gas fueling stations, which means that they do not have to invest a lot of money to start creating their fueling stations from the beginning like Tesla and Nikola had to do. Also, just like Tesla, Hyliion software features and updates will be delivered remotely. I think that this is excellent since that will help them improve their own truck every day or every year without clients having to buy a new one over a certain amount of years. We have seen how effective that has been with Tesla. At the beginning, the cars weren't that good and their autopilot was practically non-existent. With time, new software updates and more, the cars has gotten way better without needing to buy a new one. Now, we already knew that they had a pre-order of 1,000 trucks from a company called Agility, which is a logistic company. But also the latest news is that Hyliion and Data Incorporated, which is a leader in the commercial vehicle drivetrains, have launched a program with Hyliion to demonstrate Hyliion's powertrain. Hyliion is the largest truck leasing company here in the US, which obviously is a huge deal since Hyliion needs to work with the industry leaders like Hyliion and Dana to be able to demonstrate the power of their technology and accelerate the transformation process. I do have to say that I like that this is a company mainly focused in the semi-truck business. Yes, they are in the EV industry, but they are not creating any car, motorcycle, or else. They are focusing on improving the operations of Class 8 vehicles, which are the semi-truck. This is something that I have said before. Any company within the EV industry needs a lot of money to be able to succeed, and focusing on different products at the same time is even more expensive and they would burn their cash faster. So focusing only in the Class 8 vehicles is also a powerful move for Hyliion. Now, they are not expecting good revenue until 2022, where they are expecting a revenue of $344 million and expected a huge growth year over year since they are expecting a revenue of $2 billion by 2024. Obviously, this is a speculation or expectations from the company's point of view, but I'm excited to see where this company is going. I have been investing in this stock because, as I said before, investing in Tortoise Acquisition Corp was a spec move until the merger was approved. I know that the odds of getting approved were way higher, but still prefer to wait since I have read of mergers that have failed before. I do have to say that I think that we will see way more money flowing into Hyliion in the coming months, but I'm waiting to see a dip before that happens, mainly because of profit taking. The stock has been increasing a lot since the merger was announced. Even though I see this as a long-term investment, the company is still a couple of years away from producing significant revenue or results since the Hypertruck could get delayed, and that is why I said that the revenue that they were expecting are just that, expectations and speculations. I'm still deciding, but I do want to have exposure to this stock and want to start a position now that the merger is finally approved. It will not be a big position right now, mainly because I would want to wait until we see a type of correction again to increase my position. I would like to see how the company does at the end of the year. You know, I want to see if they meet expectations and see what their forecast for 2021 really is. Obviously, if you decide to invest in Hyliion or already investing in Tortoise Acquisition Corp, you need to understand the risk that involves in investing in this company and need to understand that the company could go to zero tomorrow if something happens. Let me know in the comment section below if you are holding Hyliion stock. What are you planning to do now after the merger happens on Thursday? Thank you to all of you guys for the support in the channel. We are more than 3,000 subscribers already. I really appreciate it. So please continue smashing that like button and subscribing to my channel if you're new. Thank you and see you next time.